Have you ever wondered what goes on in a man's mind when the lights are dimmed? Most men don't dare speak their deepest desires, those secret fantasies out loud. But in those quiet, intimate moments, cuddling their partner and feeling their warmth, alone in the dark of night, or simply lost in a moment of daydreaming, their minds dance with passion, adventure, and forbidden desire. Some fantasies are as delicate and innocent as a silky touch. Others are wild and fiery enough to make your heart race and your pulse race. So, what are the 5 captivating fantasies American men dream up before falling asleep at night or in their most vulnerable moments? Today, I'm peeling back the curtain and inviting you into this mysterious world. Get ready, because these fantasies will not only pique your curiosity, but also blow your mind and leave you wanting more. Hello, I'm Dr. Lyra Benton. Welcome to my news channel where I focus on urology and men's health. From a scientific perspective, men's fantasies aren't just mental games, they're a biological process in which the body and brain work together. According to research by the American Urological Association, more than 60% of men have experienced an unusual fantasy at least once in their lives. Fantasies like oral sex increase dopamine secretion, creating an addictive feeling of pleasure. Desire experienced in public triggers adrenaline and dopamine simultaneously, increasing heart rate. BDSM play activates endorphins and oxytocin, transforming pain into pleasure and strengthening the bond of trust between partners. Threesome fantasies increase testosterone levels, providing a powerful ego boost for men. 5-sensory play, on the other hand, stimulates the sensory regions of the brain, allowing men to experience women more deeply and more intensely. In other words, these fantasies are not just fantasies, they are powerful tools that simultaneously activate a man's biology, psychology, and emotions. Now, let's take a closer look at these seductive fantasies of American men. Fantasy 1, oral sex. A woman seducing her man with her lips and tongue is one of the most intense desires. A man feels powerful, desired, and satisfied. This focus on the woman is both a source of pleasure and an ego boost for him. Oral sex carries profound meaning for men, both physically and psychologically. While it may seem like a simple act, it's actually much more. Here, the woman focuses entirely on the man's pleasure. This conveys the message to the man that she's working for me, she wants me to feel pleasure. According to research by the American Urological Association, the amount of dopamine released in the brain during oral sex is higher than many other sexual activities. This means it's not just a physical pleasure, it's also a mental reward mechanism. Psychologically, during this fantasy, the man feels both desired and valued. Every movement of the woman makes him feel more powerful, attractive, and indispensable. For the woman, this experience is a unique experience, one that gives her partner control and pleasure. It offers satisfaction. That's why oral sex is one of the most prevalent fantasies in men's minds, because it piques both physical pleasure and emotional connection. Fantasy 2, unconventional or public sex. In the car, on the beach, in the park, or in a secret corner. Making love with a woman in a nondescript location makes a man feel passionate enough to experience it at any time. The possibility of being caught raises his adrenaline. The greatest appeal of this fantasy is the excitement mixed with risk. What if someone sees? The question triggers the brain's reward center more strongly. According to psychological research, situations involving risk factors increase dopamine release, increasing pleasure exponentially. A brief touch in the car, a secret moment among the waves on the beach, or kisses shared in the dark at the park. Each of these is unforgettable for a man, because these areas, normally considered forbidden, intensify the fantasy. The man's influence on a woman is clear, feeling empowered to desire her anywhere at any time. This heightens both the man's desire and his sense of possession. The woman's participation in this game makes her even more attractive and courageous in his eyes. Fantasy 3, BDSM. Chains, blindfolds, restraints. The man either completely dominates the woman or relinquishes control to her. This power play is both a forbidden and captivating source of pleasure for him. BDSM is one of the most contradictory fantasies for men. There are 2 possibilities. Either the man completely dominates the woman or the woman dominates the man scenario. According to data from the American Psychological Association, BDSM play strengthens trust and bonds between partners. This is because the experience is conducted within a framework of predetermined rules and safe words. So it's not as dangerous as it seems. On the contrary, it's a controlled and safe space for exploration. For the man, this fantasy creates a dual satisfaction. If he's dominant, he feels the power of completely controlling the woman. If he's submissive, he experiences a forbidden desire by allowing the woman to dominate him. In both cases, a powerful sense of pleasure ensues. Therefore, BDSM is not just a fantasy for men, it's also an experience that combines passion, trust, and the exploration of boundaries. Fantasy 4, threesome fantasy. Being with two women simultaneously, or having a third person join in with his partner. It's a fantasy that both explores and satisfies the man's ego. Threesomes are one of the most talked about yet least admitted fantasies for men, because in them, the man experiences the feeling of being simultaneously desired and chosen. The psychological appeal of this fantasy lies in the feeling of experiencing the forbidden. This experience, which not everyone experiences in real life, offers an incredible avenue for discovery for the man. It also feeds his ego. Having two people focus on him simultaneously makes him feel special and powerful. But boundaries and communication are crucial in this fantasy. A threesome can strengthen or weaken a relationship. If the rules aren't clear beforehand, jealousy and resentment can set in. Yet, for men, this fantasy is the most passionate reflection of diverse experiences and diversity. Fantasy 5, the 5-sense game. Blindfolding, whispered words in the ear, different tastes and scents. For the man, it's a desire to seduce a woman not only with his body, but with all his senses. This fantasy, which utilizes all 5 senses simultaneously, is one of the most sophisticated experiences for men. This isn't just physical contact. Sight, hearing, taste, smell, and touch are simultaneously activated. Blindfolding restricts vision, while other senses become much more acute. A few words whispered in the ear are perceived as far more erotic than usual. Sweet or spicy aromas applied to the body leave an unforgettable impression on the partner's mind. The man's influence on a woman is a desire to fully explore her. Inhaling a woman's scent, tasting her skin, listening to her voice, all of this gives a man both mystery and intense desire. This fantasy brings not only passion, but also a deep emotional connection. Because once all the senses are engaged simultaneously, the experience ceases to be ordinary sex. It becomes an unforgettable memory. To summarize, as you can see, the most desired fantasies of American men range from the intense pleasure of oral sex and the risky passion of public encounters to the boundary-pushing power games of BDSM, from the insatiable ego-boosting of threesomes to the subtle and sophisticated exploration of 5-sensory play. Each appeals to a different need and mood. Oral sex gives men a feeling of desire and control, while passion experienced in unfamiliar settings fuels adrenaline and excitement. BDSM showcases the dance of power and submission, while threesomes open doors to variety and discovery. 5-sensory play, on the other hand, takes men beyond simple physical pleasure and allows them to forge a deep emotional bond with their partner. In short, these fantasies are not only sexual satisfaction, but also powerful experiences that foster trust, excitement, self-confidence, commitment, and passion in men's psyches. Each fantasy triggers a different emotion: submission, possession, power, variety, and sensory depth, all of which open different doors. It opens. Remember, the information I share here is for general health and educational purposes only. The most important thing in all of these fantasies is consent and communication. No experience can be truly private and safe without mutual consent. There you have it, the 5 most desired fantasies of American men. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like it, share your passionate kissing memories in the comments, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Take care.